One of the first videos I made for my YouTube channel was my solutions for campaign fundraising. I made it because running for Congress showed me just how screwed up America's political fundraising system is. I do my best to offer solutions from an objective, well-considered point of view. And yet, underneath all the solutions I gave in that video, there is also a personal reason for why I made it. I'm bad at fundraising and I need your help. I know running for Congress in California means trying to raise more money than I've ever earned in my life. A friend of mine who works for a member of Congress told me directly, I'm not rich and I don't have any political connections in DC. Therefore, the Democratic Party is not interested in helping me unless I can raise money. In Katie Porter's book, she essentially says the same thing. If you're a first-time candidate, you need to ask everyone you know for money. And for the record, I am not related to Katie Porter, and I do support her for governor of California. After I filed to run for Congress, I started asking friends and family to donate money. Many of them were very happy to hear that I was running, and they donated what they could. It wasn't until I hired a political consultant who explained to me how fundraising is really done. They told me I have to spend hours on the phone every day going through a list of names and numbers as fast as I can, asking for as much money as I can. This is what's known as call time, and it's the worst. Look, I know the value of money. After college, when I moved from Texas to California, there would be days I didn't have enough money for rent or even food. For the last 15 years, I've been responsible for every dollar spent on my business. Calling people that I knew didn't have much money and asking them for thousands of dollars was making me physically ill. The last straw was when a retired public school teacher who had already donated to my campaign told me she didn't have $100 to give. And here's the thing. I'm good at math. To raise $1 million would just mean 10,000 people donating $100 each. I live in California where there are nearly 40 million people. Between Palm Springs, Los Angeles, West Hollywood, and San Francisco, I thought surely there are 10,000 angry gays willing to pitch in $100 to help one of their own. That's why I tried other ways to fundraise. I mailed hundreds of letters to people who had donated to Will Rollins' campaign. I personally signed these letters and sent stamped envelopes if anyone wanted to send a check. I spent $1,000 of my own money and got $125 back. I've also texted people who donated to Will Rollins' campaign and explained to them I'm not using a company, but I'm texting them personally. People are so conditioned to the onslaught of robotexts, many just replied, "Stop." My husband and I hosted a handful of dinner parties at our home in Palm Springs. We invited people in the district to come hear my ideas, and if they liked what I had to say, make a donation. At two of the parties, we had 2/3 of the people not show up after they RSVP'd and asked if they could bring a guest. I even asked people to set up $10 monthly donations on ActBlue. Some people can't even afford that, and some people are so fed up with politicians fundraising, they're not giving anything to anyone. Regardless of my personal feelings, call time is inauthentic because it revolves around money. And it's also not an efficient way to communicate in the 21st century. Phones are no longer phones. They're machines for texting, doom scrolling, and video content. That's why I started writing and producing videos. I need time to give history and context, add graphics and music, and occasionally throw in a bit of my smart-ass charm. This can't be done by cold calling someone for 2 minutes and then asking for money. I got into this race not because I'm interested in a political career, but because I have actual ideas to help our community and our country. And I'm communicating them the best way that works for my personality and my skill set. So if you've made it this far, and God bless you if you have, I'm asking for your help. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Search Ferguson Porter for Congress. If you like what I have to say, share my videos with anyone and everyone. And I hate to say it, but if you are willing and able to help, go to my website, voteporterforcongress.com and donate at least $100. Returning to what my friend told me a year ago, I'm not rich and I don't have any political connections in DC. You know who does? The other candidates in this race. They may be well connected, but they don't have any new ideas to help us. And you know what I get asked whenever I talk to people inside the Democratic Party? I don't get asked about my ideas. I don't get asked about what inspired me to run for Congress. I only get asked about how much money I've raised and how I'm doing on call time. Keep your eyes open.